Ain't that? I think we're back because I just saw Dorothy Tyndall jump into the room. I appreciate it so much you coming back. We lost our internet momentarily. I'm sorry for the disruption. All of a sudden, it just went that way, and out the window went the internet and kicked us offline. And let me see.
Nice to have you back, John.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you very much. And again, to all our Blue Dots on Facebook.
We were missing you, John.
Thank you. I appreciate. I missed y'all too. All of a sudden, it was just went blank. The whole show just went to blank. So on on Facebook and on YouTube, you're going to see 2 different videos tonight, and we apologize for the interruption. But anyway, where were we?
I don't know. We had a good.
We've been talking about sausage, ain't we?
Y'all been talking sausage, politics, and then about the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I was informed that I was mispronouncing. It's supposed to be kielbasa.
Yeah, we had that discussion. I remember that.
But I said that's probably a Italian version, so I call it kielbasa.
Well, let's not be rude, and let's welcome Bernadette into the call. Bernadette, are you with us?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Good evening. And yes, it is kielbasa.
It's
Thank
what?
you, Bernadette.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I looked it up.
What is the pronunciation?
Thank you.
Kielbasa.
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 Yeah, B-A-S.
It's not kielbasa.
And it comes in different flavors, and it comes in different smokes, and the whole bit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just one.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, it's good sausage.
I love it. Yeah.
Right back into the
I'll
sausage.
put pictures on later on.
Well, there you go.
I'll put pictures in later on.
Yeah, put it in food porn.
Yeah, because we got to remember that's what Tony's having for dinner tonight. And that's how we got to talk about sausage. Huh?
Yeah, I'm cooking it for another night.
Oh, you're cooking it for another night.
But I'll put pictures on later.
Oh,
yeah, it's still got 4 hours left in the oven.
Hey, that'll work.
Lord.
Yeah. And I'm cooking it for another night, and I don't know what night, because me and her, we eat different stuff every night. But last night was the best night because we cooked them chicken. I cooked those chicken wings. Oh my God, they were
Hey, you know what, Tony? I don't know if they do this, but with kielbasa, put something like real spicy on it and send it down to John. I'm sure he'll like that.
Yeah.
Like it, right?
Oh, you bet.
There you go.
You know what I ate last night for dinner, and I had leftovers because it's always better left the next day. It's one of those kind of dishes. I had chicken gumbo. Mama made chicken gumbo yesterday, and man, I was just in hog heaven.
Now, is that a soup, John, the gumbo?
Gumbo is like a soup. Yeah, yeah, you serve it in a bowl. You don't want to put it on a plate. It's just going to run all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like a soup. Rice, a little thicker, It all depends on how you.
Well, at least you didn't have
It's like a catch everything.
Yeah.
Almost stew.
See
but
that's
not quite as thick as.
That's what I had to explain to my wife when I met her.
Stew and a soup.
Is whether you're talking about jambalaya or gumbo or etouffee. It's what you have in your possession.
What you have on hand.
Yeah, you got sausage. Well, it's sausage jambalaya. If you have shrimp, it's shrimp jambalaya. It's what you have in the refrigerator, baby. That's what goes in that pot. And Mega Wet Willie says more like a seafood stew. Well, if you
seafood,
gumbo. If you have seafood gumbo. But again, you could make chicken gumbo or sausage gumbo or any. I don't know. I've never tried bacon.
I haven't tried bacon, but I have had ham in it. You could put ham in it.
There you go.
But you know what, John? I don't see why you couldn't put bacon in it if that's what you got in your. I wouldn't cook it necessarily in.
Well, the problem with getting bacon from the frying pan into the pot is my mouth. It has to pass between that area, and it's dangerous for bacon to do that.
Speaking of bacon.
Use your imagination.
I think it's the vaccine that makes me magnetic to bacon.
John, I just wanted to let you know, Jorge Tirebiter has his hand up in green, so he needs to accept his invitation.
He needs to accept the invitation. If somebody wants to kind of let him know if they can.
Yeah, it's just up on top of the screen, Jorge.
Right.
It should be a green thing to click accept.
There he is.
Yeah, you have to accept. You have to accept it, Jorge. And in the meantime,
he's in.
Oh, there you go. Jorge Tirebiter is in, and so is Crochetti old lady.
Crochetti is back.
Hey, Crochetti.
Wait a minute. No, she's not in here.
Oh yeah, she has to accept also.
She has to accept. Jorge, how are you?
Good evening. How are y'all doing?
We're doing just hunky dory, dude. How about you? We're talking food, sausage, gumbo, whatever.
With the Dos Equis, and I tell me about it. I'm a half-assed coon-ass myself.
There you go. Then when we're talking food, you know what we're talking about. Good gumbo. There you go.
I'm kin to half of them Cajuns down there in the Delta. I mean, they're my cousins.
There you go. Well, we're glad to have you in the family, brother.
Mom had 12 brothers and sisters down there. You know, I mean, I'm kin to all of them.
Everybody down there is related somehow.
Yeah.
It's a cousin, a niece, an uncle, whatever. Some kind of relationship.
Jefferson Davis Parish down there, yeah.
I lived in St. Tammany. Well, I lived in Jefferson Parish. I lived in several parishes over there. Ended up in St. Tammany Parish, and then I left for the great wide open spaces of the U.S. Navy. And remembering it was not just a job, it was an adventure. That's what they told us. So.
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
But yeah, I got me a big old gumbo pot. You betcha I do.
Good.
Yeah,
Put it to good use. I think we do have Crochetti old lady in.
I know what
she,
to do.
She made it in, John. She made it in. Sorry, Jorge. Yeah, Crochetti's here. Hi, Crochetti.
Hi.
How are you doing this evening, dear?
Well, I'm doing a lot better.
Oh, Lord.
I don't have to. I'm going to have surgery the November.
Oh no.
22nd, but I'll be okay.
What kind of surgery? Not prying.
I'm going to have a permanent colostomy.
Oh Lord, that's not fun.
No.
But you live with what you got to do.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know.
That's
just rough news, baby. That's rough, but we're sure you're going to come through with fine colors.
Oh yeah.
And be just fine.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, I think she will be too, John. She's a
glad to have
tough
you here
lady,
this evening.
man.
Well, aren't we all tough ladies? I like to think of
You
myself.
gotta be hard-headed. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's right. Don't give up that shit.
Well,
Don't
with
give
me,
up
it's
easy,
the
baby.
Italian in me. What can I say?
Ah, is that what it is, Johnny?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Boy, howdy. Anyway, so what do we do about Donnie? That's the big question.
I have several suggestions.
Yeah, don't say that though. You know,
Ignore him.
So do I, but you can't
Put
read
him,
it.
ignore him.
Yeah,
Boy, howdy.
put him in a straitjacket
Ignore him. That would be his worst punishment.
to one end.
Make him sit in the corner and wear a dunce hat.
And
Don't
suck
you
his
wish life
thumb.
was that easy? That we could do those things
Yeah.
and be shut of him? But
Yeah, really.
but it's not. It's not. And his little tentacles are still screeching out there.
They need to indict him.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Georgia needs to, what's the investigation should not be that difficult. We all saw the shit on TV. It was reported in the news. The recording of the phone conversation. Trying to interfere in the Georgia election. Is that not illegal? Is that not against the law? Because that's what you've taught me it
Well,
is.
Amy Comey Barrett had to think it over a bit when they asked her at her confirmation
Yeah.
if it was illegal to intimidate election workers.
Well,
She said, well,
it depends
I
on what
don't
you
know.
mean intimidation. These people are standing up for their constitutional right to have their vote counted by somebody who's Republican and not
She
not
law. She taught law, and she didn't know that intimidating voters was illegal.
She taught law and allowed the Texas law to stand here in Texas. The Texas abortion law. Come on, man.
You know?
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
You're a
on.
Supreme Court judge, and you. Well, we don't want to decide this case right now. We'll just let it hang. Are you shitting
Partisan
me?
hack is all she is.
Well, that's the consequences of what we had. What we've had since we should have recognized it when Obama was in office, when Mitch McConnell started doing his deny and delay shit.
Right.
It cost 3 Supreme Court justices. Now we have a 6-3 court.
Yes.
This is not looking good, baby. Not for liberal ideas. Not for a woman's right for abortion. Not for a lot of shit that the court could impact immediately.
Not for voters' rights.
Not for voters' rights.
Tyranny is great.
But it's great if you want to throw, money at a politician and
tyranny
buy,
is great if you're the tyrant. If you're the tyrant, tyranny works real good, baby.
Oh yeah, it's
and
always
that's what we see in this Republican Party is a group of ladies and gentlemen who are all more than willing to give up the powers of the Constitution to a king, to anoint one man as Lord and Master of their domain. That's what it is. This is not the Republicans that still hang on to Donnie are not a political party. They are a cult. They don't want a Republican. They want him.
So you asked, what are we going to do, John? John,
Yes.
we need to register as many people as we can.
Indeed.
We need to make sure that those that are registered has whatever they need in their local district in order to go and vote. You don't if you need to go get voter ID, go get voter ID.
That's it.
Make sure you have that shit.
Whatever hurdle they put up.
That's all that we can do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, black people have been doing this shit for years.
Is
If
it
they
fair?
said we
No.
had to know the name of every fucking judge in the state, we knew those fucking names.
There you
We
go.
knew those fucking names when we walked in there to go register. So make sure you're registered. Make sure you have what you need. Register
Yeah.
somebody else to vote.
Encourage them.
And get people out. Yes.
When
if
it's
you
time to
if you
vote,
got a
make
blue
sure you
dot
touch back with them.
running in your district, vote her in.
And
vote progressive.
and that being said,
If you want to see change,
if you want to see change, vote. And if you are in your area, local politics is everything. It all starts
we know
at the
what they're gonna
grassroots.
do.
So
We know,
that's
since they got these census numbers, they're going to redistrict
yes.
districts all across this fucking country.
Yep.
We know
Oh, yeah.
what we have to do.
We have to get
can't
out
be
and
scared about it. We just got to get out there and do it.
That's what I said too.
And there's a way to do it. Aaron Trombley is running for town council of Moreau. I'm still having difficulty with that.
Moreau, New York.
Moreau, New York. And the interview we had last night with Aaron was just tremendous. You'll be seeing it soon. But there is her information, her Facebook account. Give her moral support. Let her know we're behind her, and her ActiveBlue account. Donate if you can. That's how we stay involved. We vote and we support candidates, and we kind of said this in the interview kind of last night.
Download that app, ActiveVote,
ActiveVote,
and find out what's happening in your district, in your county, in
Great
your
little
state.
App.
Yeah, find out.
Yes.
Find out what the measures are.
All
Be
the way.
proactive. Learn about what the hell you're out there voting for.
Yes, because everything will be listed in that app, from your local school board members to state legislation to national legislation. Every bill will be there. Your line of succession, all the way from your town all the way up to the presidency, is there. How to get in touch with them. It is indeed, and it's just an app I found. I'm not, none of us here are paid spokesmen for anything. So it's just an app, ActiveVote, ActiVote. If you download that on your phone and punch in your zip code and stuff.
Somebody made a comment in YouTube. We voted, Biden won, and the problem still persists. Yeah. So what are we going to do? Stop? No. We still have to get out and vote. The problem is always going to persist because the system is actually fucking broken. And until we codify people's right to vote, codify a woman's right to have an abortion, Congress is the one.
Then they're held hostage.
Congress is the one that we need to hold responsible for all of our rights being tossed out the window at this point. Because if they had written
and
laws,
something we need to keep in
codify
mind
this shit,
is that
Hold on.
is getting more broke right now because of the redistricting. It's getting more broke.
It's going to be worse. Here in Texas, the Republicans are going to pick up 2 seats.
Yes.
is just to give up and let them go ahead
No,
and
we
win.
can't do
and
that.
they're the fucking minority right now.
Failure's not an option
we
here.
need to do that?
Isn't that a popular saying right now? Failure's not an option here. We can't. And I know people sometimes get distracted with the thought, well, we've been running around with our hair on fire for 5 years. Yes, we have, and it hurts. But we have to keep running that marathon, whether or not your hair's on fire or not, or we lose. And if we lose, we will lose the last chance of our democracy, because if the Republicans get in again, things are going to change,
if you don't plan
baby.
on voting, here's what I suggest you do. I suggest you stack your cheese so you can get the fuck up out of this country, because you're going to need someplace to go.
Need someplace to go.
Well, you know what, John?
If we don't fight for it, then what's the point?
Well, you know what, John?
Go ahead, Jenny.
We, like I said before, we have to, as a Democratic Party, too, in Congress, they need to stop this infight. Now, you have two, I call them Republicans. They're really,
Kristen
disguised as
Sinema
Democrats.
and Joe Manchin.
Yeah. We got to clear that shit up, and we got to get past this, and I don't know what their problem
Lady
is.
Freedom Rocks in the chat says we need to clean up Congress this midterm and use primaries to clear out the dinos.
Exactly.
Yes. I believe Christian Sinema is up in 22, and I think Joe Manchin is too. Joe Manchin, he's like solid. He's made a deal with the devil in West Virginia, and it's going to be very difficult to get Joe Manchin out of there. He's a plant for the Republicans.
The problem to Christian Sinema and Joe Manchin.
Take the Senate.
We take the Senate by more than 50 votes.
Exactly.
Indeed. Because for decades,
get some of the fucking Republicans out of there. That's how we solve the problem of Manchin and Sinema.
Can we start with John Cruz and Ted Cornyn?
Yeah, we can. Well, we can't get to them till 26 there, Jorge. But yeah, we can start with Greg Abbott this
John
season.
Cruz and Ted Cornyn. You can't tell them apart. They're just Cruz, Cornyn, John, Ted
Donnie.
Cruz, John Cornyn, John Cornyn.
They're all the
Cruz.
same person.
This is why.
I would love to see Texas flip. But
we need to have.
Hold on, one at a time.
Texas just got more numbers according to the census. Texas is going to be even harder to flip now, and I would love to see Texas flip. Texas is far more aggressive than these fuckers that are in control, choking the shit out of it.
There are more Democrats in the state of Texas than there are Republicans, but we're gerrymandered.
Well, John,
the map is
we
red.
need we need to have a wider margin of Democrats. That's the whole thing. That way, Manchin and Seneca can go to hell.
In the Senate, and then Sinema and Manchin become.
There are 11 Senate seats open.
In stopping shit from happening.
I think, or there might be more than that.
Let's get behind people that are running against Republicans in the different states that we can flip. Let's get these people in office. This is how we make change. There's going to be shit that we can do, and there's going to be shit that we can't do nothing about it, simply because of how the census was rigged.
Yes, it was impacted. It was impacted by Donnie's mouth again, threatening.
Yeah, and it's not going to change.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Yeah, no, this is set in stone. We've got the 2020 census, and that's it. It's not going to happen until 2030. That's it. Every 10 years, we do a census. And,
we do like we did down in Georgia, and we get the whole fucking country behind these people that need to get the fuck out of the Senate. And that's what we do. We become effective force doing it that way.
In places like Texas, there's a lot of people down here who are convinced, well, we're gerrymandered. I go to the polls and vote, but shit, we're gerrymandered. What difference does it make? It makes all the difference. It makes a difference in your state politics, and it makes a difference in the national politics. You got to get out and vote, because yes, it's that close. You might be in an area that's red as hell, like I am.
Republicans do. They go out and they support their shit.
Yep.
That's one thing that they do. Oops, I said do.
Yep, you said doo-doo, and that's what the Republican Party's all about nowadays, a big pile of doo-doo.
Yes.
Because now, as long as they all, while they're around in the doo-doo, they're fine. Just cover themselves in some Trump shit there.
The rest of us
You'll be fine.
wallow around in their doo-doo.
But look what you have to do to be a Republican running now. You have to give up your integrity. You got to give up your religion. The belief in the Constitution. You have to throw all that out the freaking window if you're going to be a Republican candidate nowadays. Because you don't believe in any of that.
John.
Huh?
You got to kneel and kiss the ring.
That's it, baby. That's what it's about. He wants an oligarch society.
That's what Grassley did last night. And that's what the senator of Iowa did last night. Grassley is old as fucking dirt.
But he's running again.
Old as fucking dirt. But he's running again. Yep. And most likely because he's the incumbent, he will get reelected.
And him and Governor Reynolds stood on that stage. Next to him, next to the orange asshole, while he was sitting on that stage lying through his teeth and making up all sorts of bullshit, the senior senator from Iowa and the governor of Iowa stood there like bobbleheads. Yep. No integrity at all. You've given it up. I'm supposed to believe Chuck Grassley has any integrity left at all after standing on stage with that? No, you don't. You sold your soul to the devil. Governor Reynolds, same way. If you're not going to stand up for the truth, then how can the people trust your ass? Get out.
He wants to run for an 8th term. He'll probably get it. What do you think? He's too old.
He probably will, because the body politic is built to re-elect the incumbent. The incumbent has the edge. He's got the network. He's got people in his pocket. It's hard for somebody to break through. It's not easy for Aaron Trombley, who last night I learned so much about her life and how she came to run, and the issues that are passionate to her, and that passion is born from her life. It wasn't always easy for Aaron. Aaron had to struggle for a while, and Aaron saw what it's like for people to need housing or need assistance. And that empathy comes through in a leader. Comes through when they have to make decisions that you can't just throw money at rich people. They'll take it every time. They'll toss you a little bit back to keep you shoveling the shit to them.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap. What the hell does that mean? Are you depends? Are you wearing a diaper?
No,
just in case.
Just spilled something.
Oh, okay. Well, don't spill that. Damn.
No.
Okay.
Not that.
All right. Be careful what you're spilling there. How's Nan doing, by the way, Jorge?
Oh, she's lovely and wonderful as ever.
She's still putting up with your ass.
We're going back to Inks Lake. Oh, yeah.
Hell of a woman.
We're going back to Inks Lake here in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Almost qualifying for sainthood.
She's almost there. I heard she was in the running. I heard the discussions were,
I'm telling
they was having it up there at the round table up there at the Vatican.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There have been plenty of women that didn't.
Yeah, my wife's one of them, buddy. I'm telling you. If there ever was one, she's put up with me for 44 years. Anyway.
Yeah.
What else was going on? I lost all my shit when the computer shut down. I lost all my shit. I had shit up here to talk about and keep everybody informed and everything, and nothing now.
John, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Boy, these technical glitches, they will get you now.
Every damn time.
Yep.
Well, that's when you can talk off the top of your head, John, whatever comes into your mind,
Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, baby.
How about we got the national monument?
I got squirrels running around up there like you wouldn't believe right now, and every one of them's got a different fucking task, looking at a different nut and trying to find a place to hide all of them. So, yeah, that's what my head's like now.
I got a news story for you if you want.
Pray tell, what's the news story?
Last night in Hawthorne, California.
Hawthorne, mm-hmm. Oh, it's just the guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, this guy was kicked out of a bar.
Yeah.
So he decided to get in his car and try and run down people on the street.
Yeah.
First he hit a tree, and then he was able to pull away from that. But then the patrons Finally caught him. He crashed into a building. They finally caught him, pulled him out of the car, and then just beat the shit out of him
until he was
and
dead.
Killed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When the mob gets you, that mob mentality took over, and indeed they killed him.
Well, they had a shooting too up in Minnesota.
Yes.
Something happened there too.
1 dead, 14 injured. More than one shooter. You know, what the question? The first question should come to what the hell is happening to our society, where this is common. It's common. Hell, we just had a school shooting the other day again. You know.
Yeah, he's already out on bail.
Don't we have some? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
I have a news article. I don't know if any of you guys heard about this one today, but this happened today. There was today, a Navy nuclear engineer and his wife were both arrested for passing secrets.
Yes.
About nuclear submarines.
Espionage.
And to a foreign, what they thought was a foreign government, but the person that they were passing it to was an FBI agent, undercover, and yeah, they're sitting in jail tonight. So
probably someone trained under Peter Strzok too. You know?
Maria Betancourt just donated $5 and asked, "Do you all know about the black paraplegic cops dragged out of his car?" Thank you, Maria.
I read about that.
I heard about that one, and I think it's in Colorado, where a black real estate agent was showing a house to two black customers, and all of them were put in handcuffs, because they were black and in the house.
Yep.
You know.
They had police cameras on that, pulling that guy out of that car that was paraplegic.
Yeah, he's telling them. He's telling them, my legs don't work. My legs don't work.
And he's yelling, "Will somebody please call the real police?"
Yeah. Where are we?
Yeah, this is where our country is. It's divided.
I don't like it.
And yeah, we have fuck Trump to thank for that, and he has done nothing but fan the flames on that shit. And there's some serious shit going on in the world, and we're distracted with him and his bullshit.
Yeah, because let's face it, probably each one of us listening,
because
we live in our own corner of the world.
This world.
And then I hope in your corner of the world, I hope on your block, in your home, everything is peaceful and quiet. It's not always that with all of us, including me. And that comes to you. That hatred has come to my house. I hope it never comes to your house. We've lost that ability to respect our neighbors. We've turned this nation, not us, we have sat here and watched from when Obama was elected and the rise of the Tea Party, and we started seeing that damn basic hatred. And then we see people coming along and convincing them to vote for them, saying, "I hate the same people you hate, no matter who that is. Whoever it is, I hate the same people you hate, so vote for me." And that has repelled the Republican Party. You were going to say, Spark? Go ahead.
I said someone needs to mute. All I could hear was somebody typing on a keyboard.
Uh-oh. I didn't hear.
Yeah, somebody does have a noisy keyboard.
Really? Most of them are quiet nowadays. Except for when Travis is there. Travis prefers the sound of the click. He wants to hear when he's clicking the keyboard. It bothers me. It really does. But,
hey, John.
Anyway, where were we?
John.
Huh?
Yeah, what's his face?
That guy.
50 Miles Liberal wants to come in, and I tried to explain to him how to get in.
Oh.
To put his hand up. So maybe
I did not see him over there. Let's hope he comes in here. He's going to start a podcast, I understand. Last I seen him, Andy was going to start a podcast.
Well, I told him to click on the blue room and go up to listen live now.
I'm trying to get him in, but I think he has to accept.
He has to put. Yeah, okay. He had. Andy, all you have to do is click the accept button on the top of your computer screen.
Yeah, look for the accept button there, Andy, and get your filthy mouth liberal ass in here.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear from you. In the meantime, I want to thank Ed Beatty Jr.
We love Andy.
We do indeed, who came in with a $10 donation and said, at work tonight, but in spirit with y'all. Thank you, Ed, very much, brother. And thank you, but don't get in trouble there watching us on. Never mind. Go hide in the corner and watch a damn show.
Hey,
work ain't that important.
that
Anyway.
filthy mouth liberal guy.
I heard he's in here.
Now watch what you say.
Andy Paguda.
John Bredevo, how's your mama and them?
My mama and them's fine. How's your mama and them?
Hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
Boy, howdy shit. Any more word from your neighbor?
Which neighbor?
That neighbor that got idiot that was in Washington.
Oh, we shot him.
Oh, well, good. Anyway, how in the hell you been doing?
I'm okay. Acceptable, all things considered. Hope everything's doing okay with you guys.
Yes, doing fine. Last I heard, you were
with this thing.
You were going to start a podcast.
I did, and maybe did like one episode, and write it. It's been a long time.
It is. It's not easy to do.
We're going to give it the old college try.
Well,
there you go.
I mean,
I look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, let us know where it's at, and we can all go check it out.
Yeah. Holy crap, there's Bernie. Be still my beating heart. She's got pictures of her.
I knew it. I knew it. I was just waiting on it, Bernie. I was just waiting on it. You know, he come in the room, and you're in here, and that's it. Show's going downhill nowadays.
It's on now like I bought a neck bone. You wouldn't believe it.
Okay.
Well, Andy, tell me, the first episode there, did it go well?
Well, so far so good.
Yeah.
I don't remember where the hell I put it. I found it one time, and I was sober when I did that, so I'm not quite sure where it's at now, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Done well with it, John. I've had decent response to it.
Good.
But like anything new, it's going to take some time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time for it to circulate around and people start sharing it. So y'all do that. And what's the name of the podcast?
We can't all be Robin Kincaid, have everything explode all at one
time.
No. Like he's done,
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how come we all try to, we set our goals, and there we are. So I'm still treading water, brother.
We can inspire to be like Robin Kincaid, because she is pretty fantastic.
Well, we can, but she's so much better than I am.
Well, yeah, we could just take pointers. That's all.
If we don't talk about Friday.
Yeah,
Friday.
Exactly. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. Friday was a rough day.
Everybody has their good days, and there's bound to be, a bad one in there every once in a while. And, even though the subject was very heavy, it was still very informative. And, we just got to keep fighting. We all got to keep fighting for everything.
Yes.
We got to keep fighting for our lives in this country.
You're right about that. And while I'm thinking about it, Jorge, how was the candy corn business? I'm curious.
Yes, sir.
That time
well, we have
Julia Thompson.
Outside of Coon Rapids, Iowa, we are cranking out candy corn like there is no tomorrow.
Oh my goodness!
Getting ready, are you?
Rancho Tire Biter Candy Corn Company is
That is the.
I've been trying to follow the best I can.
Me and Andy, we have a lot of fun on Facebook, man. We're always up to something.
We do this shit every year, guys.
Oh yeah, it's been a long running joke, man. It's loads of fun though.
And that just expands the horizons of your family.
He said.
Well, it's one of those tire biter industries things,
I want to come up for the old farts reunion thing. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, well, if COVID will straighten us up, COVID's really screwed this up because we're all old people. We don't need COVID,
I know it.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
So,
yes, Keith.
I mean, old fart Jim is.
wants to speak to you.
Oh, okay.
Hi, John.
Hello, Kathy. How are you, darling?
Cool.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Tried to knock myself out this morning, but I'm fine now.
Dear, that's not healthy. Quit doing that shit.
Oh, no.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I got an extra bump on my head. Now I can tell my own fortune. election.
Oh shit! Damn. Well, I heard you left Keith, but I see you're back.
Yeah, well, I had to cook him some food.
Ain't that pitiful? Ain't that gotta feed him too?
I knew there was something behind
Are you
it.
shitting me? You gotta feed him too?
Well,
Really?
I'm well taken care of, John.
I bet you are, my friend. I bet you are. Lucky you. Lucky you. We all need that kind.
Right.
We all need that kind of love in our hearts, baby, in our life.
Especially these days.
Y'all are a shining beacon of it. Y'all, and if I can keep up with Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dean out there strumming his guitar in the moonlight and all that kind of shit, flowers, candy, you can't keep up with this guy. He's got me on the run all the time. I'm supposed to catch up with that shit.
I can't even play the fucking radio without getting static. Your Jay is. I hear picking a guitar.
Go to karaoke. It's all cool.
It's all.
Hey, Mr. Pagoda, are you ready for Halloween?
Tell him what you got today.
I have my mask on.
Wait a minute.
They delivered me a bottle of pecan rye today.
You peed on what? What?
It's a bottle of pecan rye.
Pecan rye.
Rye whiskey. Yeah, it doesn't taste like pecans, but boy, is it strong. Woo!
You peed on a
Oh
can of rye.
Lord. Man, now that sounds a little tasty there.
Yeah, well, it doesn't taste like cans, not at all, but it's good.
Wow.
The label's pretty.
Pecan.
It's strong.
Well, boy, howdy shit. See? Depends on where you are, what you get.
Well, here's another debate. Is it pecan,
The things that you'll buy
pecan,
late at night.
or pecan?
Wow.
I don't know.
Pecan.
Yeah.
I said pecan.
Whatever.
You say what? Johnny Five pecan?
I said pecan.
Yeah, it's a pecan.
I live in North Carolina.
Yeah, the trees.
Them's nuts.
Them's nuts.
The trees in my front yard are pecan trees.
Let me introduce you to a new word. The word is called nueces. Nueces. It's the Indian word for nut. Yeah, it's what my county is, Nueces County, Nueces River, and that's the Indian word for nuts.
What's in your backyard?
Because we got a lot of pecans down here, which y'all call pecans. We call them pecans.
I thought that would be for the area where your governor lives instead. He's the main one. He's the main nut.
Yeah, he's a nut, all right. That guy. I'm just waiting for him any day now. I'm expecting him to declare that they're going to have a recount and an audit of the whole state of Texas to make sure Donnie didn't get. Yeah, I'm waiting on it because that's what Donnie wants him to do. But yeah. He could take his pea-picking heart and get down the road. I'm ready for him to roll on down the road, get out of my...
pollute all the voting machines and have to buy new voting machines because... Yeah.
Oh, look at Arizona. Down in Maricopa County.
Yeah.
They got to buy all new machines, baby. Every one of them's got... You got to throw it in that junk pile out there. Can't use them.
What's that going to cost the taxpayer?
Oh, hold on.
The other ones are contaminated with Democrat. What the hell do you expect?
You really? What did you say, Kathy?
I said the people who sell voting machines are real happy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. New orders coming in left and right with these Republicans, man.
They're not cheap.
Yeah. And it is a small price to pay to instill...
But it's taxpayers that are going to pay for it.
Yes, to instill fear in the American citizen that their vote doesn't count.
The Republicans pay for it.
They should.
It's taxpayers that
They
are gonna
should,
pay
but
for it.
it's the taxpayers. Yeah. Maricopa County, the taxpayers of that county are going to have to buy all new...
You know what? Let's just pass out a piece of paper and a pencil.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. You know, it's almost come down to that. If you're breathing and you live here, vote. You know, I'm tired of this shit because the Republicans are going to try to make it as hard as for everybody. I'm ready to dip my freaking thumb in ink. Are you shitting me?
You live there.
Whatever it takes.
You're going to get screwed.
Should we have international watch groups watching our voting?
It appears like we're going to come down to that.
Yeah.
Are we going to come? Yeah. Is that the country we live in now?
We know that in the last two presidential elections that foreign governments were meddling in our elections. We already know that shit. We have proof of it. So, what is it going to take to vote in America? But
I can answer that question.
We, the people, if we don't get our asses out there, why should anybody come in and help us?
That's the answer to that question. How do we get there? We vote. That is the most important words that you could keep running through your head. We vote, baby.
Well,
go ahead.
What is so incredibly unfortunate about all of this is, John, you and I are white, and we live in the South.
Yes.
So we get priority.
Indeed.
Our brothers and sisters who are not white and who may or may not live in the South don't get that privilege. And there's where our problem is.
You might describe that as systemic racism.
It is.
It is. It is in the system. It is in the culture.
But, Andy, if white people don't stand up to help stop systemic racism, it's not going to stop.
Indeed.
And that, Bernie, is why we're here.
Indeed.
Yep.
Indeed. That's why we're all here.
What we do.
From California. We've been so suppressed that they're not going to let us vote, okay? No matter what the fuck we do. So that leaves it up to other people in this country to have to stand up and to come out in numbers.
And that
make up for the votes that you're going to lose by black people and brown people and people of color, the Native Americans and all the rest of that not being able to vote.
So
hey, John.
Yes. Yeah.
I got to tell you what Governor Newsom did.
Oh, pray tell. That didn't sound
He
enthusiastic.
signed a bill into law that requires high school students to complete an ethnic studies course in order to graduate.
I don't find that to be offensive. Because we've already seen the lack of ethnic teaching in our schools. As a matter of fact, again, because I'm not dead yet, I still learn things. Bernadette, what was the name of the movie again My name is
Polly Murray.
Polly Murray.
That is such an incredible documentary currently being run on Amazon Prime. This woman, if there was any civil rights legislation that was passed, she was actually behind it. And she was progressive for her time. She was transgender. She fought for rights all around the world.
And yet I've never heard her name.
She is a name that is not known. And this documentary is her perspective. A lot of it's her words, her talking, because she taped herself. Right. She was prolific. She was a writer. She was an attorney. She fought for women's rights before she was one of the founding members of NOW.
National Organization
for Women.
Yeah.
She was profound, prolific. She was at the end of her life, she chose to become an Episcopal priest. I mean, she was an incredible person that was at the root of everything in this country. Most of the rights that we treasure now, that we're continuing to fight for, she was at the roots of it. And you don't even know her name. And her name is Polly Murray. And she was a remarkable person.
I showed Marsha the trailer. I don't. The sad thing is, I don't know if we have Prime. I got to ask one of my kids, do we have Prime? Because I know we have a friend that has Prime. I don't know how that works. I want to see the movie. I saw the trailer. That's
an incredible story.
That's the things that interest me.
She was behind Martin Luther King. She was in the midst of everything.
She was a mentor to him. It said that to me, as soon as I saw that in the trailer, that she was a mentor for Dr. Martin Luther King.
She was
that he looked up to her.
And good friends with Eleanor Roosevelt. She was a remarkable person.
It's the history that's not taught. And I'm sure I don't know about this legislation in California about ethnics class, but that's where it's born from, is because we don't teach all our history. We pick and choose our history that we teach our children, and we rely on them to build our future with just that knowledge. And if we do that, then yes, systemic racism is going to continue on forever. Are you shitting? It's built into the system, and if you don't change the system, if you don't teach everything that impacts those decisions in life, then we're failing the society that we're born of. You know, this society.
Tom Sawyer standing there with a paintbrush.
Yeah. No shit.
Struck you link.
I can't let you paint this fence. It takes a lot of skill to paint this fence now. I wouldn't let you try that.
What color and what was he painting it with anyway?
I have no.
You know?
Whitewash. Yeah, whitewash. Which is what we like to do to our history teaching.
To be honest with you, John,
huh.
you know, I take a online Africana Studies class on Saturdays, and I had her name mentioned in that program, and I had stopped the class and went to go just do a little bit of research to find out who is this person that they were talking about it. Ran across this documentary, sat down and watched the whole damn thing before I went back to class, because I needed to understand who this person was, and she was very dynamic in building the rights of LGBTQ, because she was queer herself, and you know, fascinating historical figure in this country that we don't even know about because of the whitewashing of this country.
There was a time in our history, if you were gay, baby, you could be arrested. You could be arrested, baby.
She grew up in that
You're
time.
a threat to national security.
John, they beat the shit out of you. We had a guy locally when I was in school, and I got to meet him eventually. They found out about him. They tied him to a telephone pole and beat the shit out of him. And that's how bad it was.
It you know, our history is not as pretty as we make it seem.
No.
We're being gentle with our kids, trying to teach them a nice, bland diet, so we don't offend anybody. But the true history, you know, there's a difference, I'm sure. When white kids are going through school and black kids are going to the school, and the black children are learning history from their family that they're not learning in school. You know, it's that kind of thing. Jean Shanky wants to know her name again, Bernadette.
The documentary is called My Name is Polly Murray, and it is running right now on Amazon Prime.
My name is Paula Murray. There's a trailer for it on YouTube.
Yes, there is a YouTube trailer that you can go
and it's really neat.
and take a look at. And like I said, a lot of the document. I mean, seriously, there was this woman who wrote a biography about her, Polly Murray, and she had. Now imagine this. You know the boxes that attorneys use to fill up with their files and shit like that? She had 138 boxes of this woman's written word. Okay? She authored numerous books. She inspired a shit ton of legislation that even to this day is being used because of topics she brought up back through the 40s and the 50s and shit like that. An amazing woman. Amazing. My name is Polly Murray. And a name that you probably don't know, but you should, because she was behind everything. Everything that we're fighting for to this day, she was behind. She knew Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She knew Eleanor Roosevelt, corresponded with her via letter during the time. As she would write to the president, she'd write to the First Lady also, and became friends with them.
Well, that's why so much more we have to vote and work hard, because these people, we don't want to look at their work and think that they fought in vain. You know what I'm saying?
We have to vote to change the politics of our nation. But to change our society just takes us. if we.
But if you don't know your history, then you don't know what it is that you need to change.
You can't change and if you don't know what to change.
And you know, she's not a very well-known figure in, you know, law. That was her study in college is law. Right. She has a school of study named after her currently at Yale after fighting for tenure here, there, and everywhere. An amazing
we're gonna watch it.
Person.
Yeah, if I have to wait for it to come out where I can see it, it's going to be on my list of ones to see. Because that's
a good story.
Whenever when they did the story on Black Wall Street, man, you know, something that major, that drastic, and you never heard about
story about Henrietta Lacks that most people don't know about, and how her cells were taken away from her. We talked about this in the last show, and you know, her cells help with AIDS treatment, with polio vaccine.
She contributed so much to science that she knew
cancer
nothing
research. Absolutely. And you don't know her name either, and you know, she's another person that should be known.
And it only benefits everybody to know that.
Everybody.
It benefits everybody to know these facts of history. Anyway, let me thank my friend Keith, Catman56 up in Minneapolis, who sent in $5 and said, "When we live by the creed, the true teachings of Christian fellowship, we would not be having these problems." And indeed, and I'm not a religious fellow, so but I do know the old thing: treat somebody as you want somebody to treat you. Be kind to your brethren, to your brother. You know, it's all the cliches that we've heard all our lives. That's what I was meaning a little while ago. We need to elect politicians to change the legislation, to change the law, to make things better. But it's within the power of each one of us each day. Every time when we walk out in the street, every time we have interaction with people, to be the best person that we can be. I don't want to be somebody who walks around with a chip on their shoulder looking to have an argument with your neighbor. I'm not that guy. I don't want to argue with you. If we disagree, wave at me. How you doing? Good to be. All right, on our way. We don't have to agree on politics. We don't have to agree on religion. We don't have to agree on shit, except one thing. And that is you are my brother American, my sister American. You are my family. You are the e pluribus unum we all talk about. Good thing.
He's in the audience.
I'm in the audience. Oh, thank you.
He can't hear us.
I can't hear you. Yes, I can. I can hear you. Wait. Where's John?
No.
Oh, John, get up here.
Looks like YouTube's back up.
I heard y'all talking about me.
Okay,
I can hear y'all. See there?
John.
Leave the room and see what they do.
John, Andy Pagoda said he's gonna head out.
Andy, you gotta leave? Andy.
I don't know.
I'm getting tired, John. I'm a bit weak, so I'm going to have to get out of here. But I wanted to jump in and say hello.
Well, brother, thank you so much. We're blessed anytime you come in this family, baby. We're always happy to see you. And I know Bernadette is always happy to see you. Huh?
Hey, that's my
Greetings from Rancho Tire Biter.
Thank you all.
Andy, we love you. Take care of yourself and get some rest, brother.
I'm going to go take a nap before I go to bed.
There you go. That's the best thing. There you go. Take care of yourself, brother. We love you.
Catch you guys later. Love every one of you.
Love you too, Andy. Take care, babe.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that is Andy Pagoda, commonly known as the Filthy Mouth Liberal. And you can find him on Facebook.
Good to hear him.
It is. It's good to hear him.
It's so good to hear him. I haven't heard from him in a long time.
Yeah. Lady Freedom Rocks thinks the orange slug is messing with the signal. I would not doubt it. Little scumbag. Iowa's too close. Florida's too close. Are you shitting me? The United States, anywhere in this country, is too close. That man just... I
don't understand, John. It's so obvious. I don't know. Maybe our country's morals have really gone down the tubes, but I mean, it's so common sense that Trump is lying. He's lying out his ass. And he keeps, if you repeat something long enough, people are going to believe it.
Well, a certain part of our.
Me and John and Andy Paguda were all shooting the shit.
It's you know, if they continue to repeat a lie over and over.
Like
Go ahead, Jorge.
A permanent member of the Jorge Tire-Biter show.
Andy is? Yeah.
And
Andy's a character. I follow his shit on Facebook. He's funny as hell. I love the guy. But anyway.
But yeah, like I was saying, John, I mean, what we take as common sense, there's a lot of people lack it. You know?
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
But as you're saying, as long as they keep repeating the lie, there's going to be a certain amount of people that are just going to go, yeah. Because it's not about, you know, I got into the discussion earlier. It's not about the issues again. It's about the attitude. They don't give a shit. You know, all of the things that are in the Build Back Better plan, the $3.5 trillion that they whittled it down to, all of that is going to benefit people, lower income people especially. And if you look at the map and the population of who is poor in this country, there's a whole lot of them in the South, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. I ain't pointing out, you know, names, but that's where they are. And those are the staunchest people that are standing up for Donnie. Are you shitting me? That's when you see people voting against their own interests. But again, to these people, it is not about the issues. It's not what's in that infrastructure bill, the Build Back Better plan. It's not about that. It's about the attitude of Donnie. You know, and that has permeated the Republican Party, a portion of it anyway. What were you going to say, Johnny Five?
No, I was just going to say, when you see all these people that died from COVID and stuff like that, I mean, that many people dying, they're bound to know somebody that has passed away from it.
Well, pretty soon we're
and
all
they
going to
still
know
sit
somebody.
there and say, I don't want a vaccine.
Most people in this Blue Dot family know somebody who's passed away.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's sad.
How dumb can people be? I don't understand it.
Well, because the vaccine is not discussed in medical terms, it's discussed in constitutional terms. I have a constitutional right to not take it, which is true. You have a constitutional right not to take it.
They have a constitutional right to die too, I guess.
Yes, they do. So, you know, what's the answer to that? We should round up all the people who ain't vaccinated and put them in a corner over there and just let them wait till they all die off? No, we have to stay reaching out. We have to try to convince people to base decisions based on science and not what some political asshole is saying. You know, and there was a time we used to do that. There's a time when we used to do a lot of things. Thank goodness we don't do some of them, and too bad we don't do others. You know,
well, John, you hear that phrase, we have a right to life. Well, I have a right to life to live also. So they, you know, what the hell is this, that they cannot get vaccinated and infect me?
Hey, Republican Party, once you're outside the womb, buddy.
No, you just have to make up your mind that you're not going to be around people who are unvaccinated. You know, whether that's your family member, your friend, or whatever. You know, that you have to do for yourself. Nobody, the federal government is not going to force people to vaccinate. Companies will. Companies will say, hey, if you want to work here, you have to get vaccinated. And that's what Biden is hoping on, is that more companies step up and require that.
Which would be the responsible thing to do, because you're protecting your employees.
And when you have to pay for health care, and a lot of companies do, they can mandate that shit. And if you don't like it, then go find another job. And people are willing to do that. They are willing to do that. So, you know, we just have to face the fact that we live in a world full of fucking idiots, especially in this country. And, you know, some of them are not going to get vaccinated. So you got to do everything you can to protect yourself, because there is nobody else that's going to do that for you.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, we have so much work to do, baby. Let me thank Maria Bentoncourt.
And, you know, if you got pre-existing conditions, you just got to stay home.
Yeah,
and
you got to stay away from you got to stay. You got to stay adamant about it.
That discussion I had the other night.
I mean, I've been in the hospital twice last year, but I'm still trying my best to avoid any problems with this shit.
Right.
The healthcare system, the way we discussed it the other night, and we've talked about that subject so many times on this show. It's not healthcare; it's profit care, and it's the insurance companies deciding on what the hell they're going to give you after you give them all your money. I pointed out what I pay as a federal retired employee, a retired federal employee, what I'm paying for insurance, and what y'all are paying for insurance. And it scares the hell out of me. And I made a comment the other night on Robin's show. How many, you add up the CEO pay of some of these insurance companies, these healthcare companies. How many patients, how many people have to buy a policy just to pay their salary? Just to pay their salary. Because that's coming off the top, baby. Administrative costs, that comes off the top, and what they have left. Wow, we'll try to get that procedure done for you. That's the problem with the system that we have now. It's broken. It doesn't work. It's health care for those that can afford it, that have good health insurance. You hear all these freaking commercials on TV telling you about this pill and telling you to ask your doctor about it. Really? My doctor? Yeah, your doctor is probably going to be whoever the fuck answers the phone at the clinic you're trying to get into. You don't know your doctor. It's not that world that we live in out here. It's like cruise. I don't know. I'm going on the cruise anyway. Maria Betancourt came in.
I go to my doctor.
Hold on.
And I see the nurse, okay, our practitioner.
Right.
And I never see my doctor.
No, your doctor's going to usually come in and make rounds and do something on your chart, and the nurse will read it and do whatever the doctor said. Let me catch up real quick because I got Maria Hold on, Jorge. Maria Betancourt came in with $5 and said it's about the racial voting against their own interest. Or it's about the racist voting against their own interest because it prevents black and brown people from having assistance. That's right. And all them welfare queens. Are you shitting me? Go look at who's getting welfare. And it ain't people of color. Miami Ricks donated $5 to Super Chat and said, what does the Blue Dot family think about Stephanie Grisham's book on Donnie? Thank you, Miami. Yeah, don't buy it.
Who cares?
I don't want to ask her questions now. She wasn't taking questions then. Why ask her now?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little late, lady.
Why should we listen to her? She never spoke up the whole entire time she was his mouthpiece.
I don't,
too little, too late.
I don't have to buy the book. I'm getting the cliff notes off of the news. So I know what she's saying. And my first thought is, well, where were you when shit was hitting the fan? She resigned on January 6th. So she was in the loop all the way up to the day, and then when shit hit the fan, she decided I'm out of here.
On January
I'm going to write a book.
Yeah, she was still in the loop.
And I agree with Lady Freedom Roxon, indeed she does, who came in with $5 and said, we are going to need a really big hammer to fix America. Indeed, we do. And right now, that hammer...
Well, we needed some really big balls to fix America.
We do. We need balls. And you know how they get them?
Congress right now, but we don't.
We need to send them that stuff.
There's a certain strain of bacteria called Lactobacillus reuteri that will help you grow bigger balls.
Send it to Congress because then people need to grow some balls.
Yep.
That's what over the last few decades we have not had a majority Senate. Over the last few decades we have had a split Senate. Nobody's had the majority that you could break the filibuster. Nobody's had that. So we have been living in this perpetual state of we can't get shit done, and I'm not talking about just now. This is for decades. This piddling back and forth between the Republican Party and the Democrats in our House prevents anything else from getting done, and there are people in this country who are just happy as shit with that. Status quo, baby. They're making money. Don't upset the apple cart. Yeah. There are major players with big money, big corporations that, I guess they're all hiding up in South Dakota, that are just happy with the way that things are. But we have to change.
Free card money. Don't change my game.
Yeah, don't change my game. We took a long time fixing the system to be what it is now. But it's this system
we paid for it.
Indeed. But they're making a fool of us every day in Congress. There are people up there we're proud of that are fighting the good fight, that are trying to get the things done. And then we have people up there that are just there to collect the money, baby. They're there to do whatever somebody else tells them to do. A lobbyist, an ex-president, some bullshit. That's who they'll vote with. Not your piddly ass. But they will court your vote during election season. You bet your ass they'll come brag about all the things they're going to do for you. One of these days, if we could just get them damn Democrats to, help us hide this, whatever the fuck. It's pitiful.
John, it's amazing when election day comes. All of a sudden, they know where you're at, and they know where you live. Hey, vote for me.
Oh, Lord, your mailbox will be stuffed full with political ads and shit. You'll see them all day on TV. There'll be so much money spent on that crap. It's unbelievable. Matt Gaetz. Where is Matt Gaetz? Maria, I agree.
Should be in prison.
Should be in prison. Anyway, I see our time has run out. I'm here by myself, so I should be doing all this stuff. I'm sorry we had some technical difficulties earlier in the show, so there's 2 videos on there tonight. Pick one. One's going to be longer. One's rather short.
Pick them both and give them both thumbs up.
Give them both thumbs up, please.
That's right.
Indeed, I always forget to ask. Yes, please hit that thumbs up down there if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook, share that shit. Give me a heart. I pass out hearts, baby. If you see a heart from me, baby, I read that comment, and I'm I don't put a smiley face most of the time. I put a heart because I love every one of you that take the time to come here and spend a little bit of time discussing the issues of the day, or just laughing about nuts or whatever it is that we talk about. That's what families do. We sit around, we bullshit about stuff, and then somebody says something serious, and next thing you know, we're all discussing the serious shit until somebody farts, and next thing you know, we're discussing that. So that is the joy of this show.
I'm going to fart.
Are you? See?
Listen.
All right. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I've been listening. I got a little question for you.
All righty.
Do y'all know why witches can't have babies?
Witches can't have babies? I did not know this, but please continue.
Because they always mess around with Halloweeners.
Halloweeners. And if they're not full, no wonder somebody ought to tell them. So this Halloween, if you see a witch, you tell her, hey, you guys quit messing with them Halloweeners.
I always mess with y'all.
That was good.
At the end of the show.
Tony, we appreciate it.
Just like I mess with y'all with nacho cheese.
Is the joy of the family table, is it not? Is it not? Look there. Yes. Uncle Tony came up with a neat joke right there. See? Sand around the table.
Yep. I got to make you smile.
There you go, and that's what it is.
I enjoy myself with everybody tonight.
Well, that's what we want.
I really enjoy myself.
Enjoy you,
we want to put a smile on everybody's face. That's the goal for tomorrow, baby. Try to put a smile on somebody's face. Put a smile in your heart. And Catman56, my brother Keith, just came in with another donation and said, we took the polio shot as a nation. The COVID-19 is now a Republican politics ploy. Their death penalty. Indeed, baby.
The very polio shot that was created by Henrietta Lax's stolen, cells.
So
and, yes. So if you got a polio shot, you got a little black in you.
There you go. I cherish mine, baby. I cherish mine. Are you shitting me? The gumbo's got to be spicy, baby. I don't want no bland salt only. That's not me. I want a little spice in my gumbo, baby. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in.
And when you go to vote, don't go alone.
Don't go alone. Take somebody.
Bring people with you.
You bet.
Bring
somebody. It's a patriotic duty. Get your ass in there and vote. And be rough with them if you have to.
Have a voting party and take people with you. Go
Make
and
it a
have some
thing.
fun.
Make it a thing.
Together.
Because it is a thing.
Barbecue.
It is a thing. Anyway.
I agree.
Johnny Fly, thank you so much for coming in, visiting with us tonight. We appreciate it tremendously.
Well, thank you for having me, sir.
You bet. You bet. Always enjoy that voice from Pennsylvania. And Sparky Dunk.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, brother. Thank you for coming
in spirit.
In spirit. I know it. You're watching the ball game. That's all right.
Well, it just started.
Well, we forgive you of your sins.
Sunday night football.
My son. Anyway.
Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills.
John, I can't picture you being a priest. I cannot picture that.
Me? Are you shitting me? Hell yes, I can bless your ass. Get over here. Dip your head in this water. Look at there. Bless you. Anyway. I just couldn't go that route.
I feel redeemed
You have
already,
to believe in the product you're selling. And I don't believe in that product, but I believe in this Constitution. I believe in this country. I believe in you. I believe in you. Ain't there a song like that? Anyway, Jorge Tire Biter, thank you so much.
God.
Thank you. Coming all the way here from Tire
John.
Biter Ranch. We appreciate the journey, brother.
All right. We'll be seeing you soon.
All right. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. And Tony Boyd, thank you for being here again, brother. I always appreciate the good joke going out the door. Thank you.
Thank you, John. No problem. I appreciate being here.
You bet. And our own Bernadette Pree. Always enjoy you, baby. I always enjoy you being here. Thank you so much for your time and your.
And I just want to thank everybody who contributed tonight on the show, throwing out those super chats. That's so helpful. You have no idea. I know that John and Travis truly appreciates it.
Indeed.
And as you can see, the technical difficulties can get resolved with things like that. So thank you very much.
Thank you to all who donated tonight, and all of those names that you see going by on the show there.
The Patreons.
Yes, the Patreons. $1 a month, man. That goes a long way, baby.
Thank you to everybody on the Patreons.
Yes.
You have no idea. This is a reoccurring thing that happens once a month, and you could get it for $1. You could get it for $100. It all depends on how much you want to spend. And the
I don't think I've reached that level.
Definitely worth it.
But $1 would be great. $1 would be great. That would really. And if you do, you're going to see your name pop up on that screen up there, because we want to say thank you to all of you.
You're part of who helps to put on this show when you're on that list. Thank you very much. Those are the people that actually. Everybody on the Patreons list.
Help pay for the internet service and everything else we got going on here. Anyway.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody for being a part of this family, and the chat that goes on here in front of me is the most important thing that happens in this whole show. Your voices and your love come through there all the time. Julia T., thank you so much for being here, baby. I appreciate it so much. Maria Betancourt, thank you for being here. Thank you all on YouTube and Facebook for being a member of this family. And like I said, mañana's Monday. I'm off on Mondays. Try to put a smile on somebody's face, mañana. And try to put one in your heart. It makes you feel better. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We'll see y'all later. Bye now.